Can you stream it on YouTube?
Yeah, why not?
Would they even hear the static though?
Yeah, they will. Because when I streamed last time.
Alright, yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
Does someone else want to stream it through YouTube?
I haven't even made my YouTube channel yet.
You can just do it through the real-time one.
We don't need to stream it. It doesn't matter.
Well, it records it either way.
As long as we got the audio, which you're recording, right?
Yeah.
Like hold on, I can turn on my OBS too. In case something happens. Too.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about before, Alex, that static noise. I'll have to mess with it after.
Capture. Alright, so what's the plan? We're ready to go? Does everybody have an idea as to what they want to say?
Hold on, I'm setting up side on stuff.
How are we breaking this up? Is it just gonna be a natural flow and see how it goes, or are we doing like a quick summary of what happens and what we thought of it, and then dive into opinions?
I think we should just pick one topic to start off with and see where it goes from there.
We could introduce the give an overall summary of the movie without spoilers. Then say spoilers from this point on. And then go from there. I think that's the best way to talk about it. Just talk about the general development of the movie. No?
Say it again?
I think that's a good idea.
We should just give a short summary that doesn't give any spoilers. And then say spoilers after this point. And then just go in chronological order of the movie and what we were thinking and review.
Okay.
The flow of the movie, I guess, now.
The flow of the movie is the whole movie is lit AF till the very ending.
Yeah.
Then it kind of dies a little bit.
It was quite dog shit too.
Alex probably expected it from personal life experience, but I didn't see that one coming, honestly. I thought it was gonna all explain everything in the last 10 minutes, but I mean, I guess it kind of ended on a good note, though.
Yeah.
Alright, let me see. Alright, let me pull this up real quick. Alright.
So are we gonna introduce each other? Or introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
So
Who wants to
everybody
go first.
You gotta establish like a connection, especially if they can't see your face, right? Obviously, they have to get used to the voice and whatnot.
Clearly, I'm Ivan Drago from Rocky 4. I can't see any of your faces, but I'm clearly Ivan Drago.
Is the Google Hangout gonna be in the video?
Yeah, I can just leave that up as my main screen if you guys want.
Just capture the window, no?
I could do that.
I don't know if you wanted to.
Well, I wanted to pull some other stuff, but like I wanted to play the trailer and stuff.
You can add in pictures.
I don't know if I can play the trailer without being copyrighted though.
I don't think you can.
No?
Probably not.
I have seen other videos where people play movie trailers, like other reviews where they play the trailer on the... Actually, I don't see why that would be copyrighted. Watching a trailer...
Are the videos monetized?
Yeah, I'll have to monetize it after, but still.
Well, no, if they're monetized, I think that's when you get copyright strikes.
Yeah.
think the trailers are monetized?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you see ads when you see trailers, Nathan?
100% monetized.
Well, you probably don't because you got ad block, but
You wouldn't get a copyright strike if you know.
I don't see ads, no. I wouldn't
You
know.
wouldn't get a copyright strike if you're not making money on the video, but
So what if we just watch someone that doesn't have it monetized? Does that count?
if you watch someone that doesn't have monetized,
Like if somebody uploaded the trailer, but doesn't have the
no,
video monetized.
everything still leads back to that trailer though.
Okay.
everything leads back
So
to that trailer.
I guess we just don't play it then. I'm fine. Sorry.
Like,
Yeah.
because it depends on the company. Like, because Arnold can
I would
put
probably also for your what is it? Your mic. I'd probably lower it down just a little bit.
Lower it a
Just
little
smidge
bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, whoops.
And I have to have you and Kyle speak at the same time.
what?
You and him both have to speak at the same time, so you guys are at the same level.
All right, let's go talking.
Alright, hello.
So
Lowered
I'm
mic.
trying
Yeah,
to
alright,
set
that's
up
good.
a.
I can already gauge it. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And I have to make sure I'm on par with everybody else too. That I don't sound too loud.
Say something, both of you.
Hello. 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 Hello.
I think
Hello.
that's pretty good.
It's good.
Think so.
I'm
That's
just gonna
good.
call this the making of episode 1 because I'm gonna do a whole bunch of shit on my screen.
Just got really loud for a second there. What did I just do?
Yeah, I don't know what just happened, but whatever.
Okay.
Technical
Say
issues.
something, Nate.
What's up? Is it better? You want me
You
to
just
go
got
lower?
louder.
I got louder?
Yeah, you got louder.
I guess that's a good thing. So is my thing worse? My static?
It's not that bad, no, but you just got louder.
Alright, I'll lower it some more. Hold on. Oh wait, I never hit apply, that's why.
Oh, that's why. That'll do it.
It's not letting me hit apply. Hello?
Hello?
Is it better?
Yeah, too quiet
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Quiet?
I would probably raise it a little more. Yeah.
Better?
Keep talking.
Hello?
Say like a whole sentence.
This is a sentence about my microphone volume being too low or maybe too high. It might be in between. I'm not sure yet. Waiting for someone to
I
gauge
think it still might be a little too low. What do you think, Alex?
Say something.
saying something again.
What do you mean? We just said two whole sentences.
I just said a long sentence. Sally sells seashells.
I was
by the
watching
store.
something. I was watching something.
God
No,
damn.
I heard
Raise it a little bit
what
more.
are you?
Raise it more? I'm like pretty much at 100.
You're at 100?
I'm at 93. Me raising it. That's really
Alright.
making that big of a
That's,
difference.
that's fine. Kyle, say something.
Okay. What am I talking?
Yeah, see, Nate still sounds lower, bro.
Everyone
the
sounds,
fuck?
Everyone sounds good to me. It all sounds pretty
Is
normalized.
your shit plugged in, Nathan?
Is my shit plugged in? What do you mean?
Like your headphones?
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Sure.
Yeah, why?
Alright, just making sure. 'Cause you never know.
Let me check. I'll double check. I'll triple check.
Shit, slow connection, power. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Well then.
Why? What's wrong?
Nothing. You just got quieter for some reason.
I got quieter again just now.
Well, you're good. You're fine.
Am I though?
Yeah, your mic kind of keeps changing.
I'm at 95 for my volume right now. I was at
Alright,
100
this is good.
before.
This is good. Just stay.
I'll just up it on my actual mic itself.
Perfect. Perfect. Let's.
Hello?
Yes.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So, who wants
Fuck,
to?
where did I just save that? Oh, there it is. Perfect.
Why don't you guys have any pictures? What is this?
I would have had a picture if I logged
Uh,
into my other account, and it would have been a face of my school file picture.
I can show the hangout, right? It doesn't really make a difference.
No, yeah, you can show it.
Okay.
Fuck. Where is? Do I have to add? Where do you add the fucking picture? Oh, I got a picture. I don't understand. Whatever. Whatever.
You guys are both recording too.
I will be once we start.
I'm not recording.
When we go to start.
How do you guys want to start?
Somebody's.
Who's gonna give the most
Gotta
enthusiastic opening, and then
I
introduce?
think you, Nathan.
You think me? All right. What should we? How should I do it? My mic is the worst though.
Yeah, but I'm enthusiastic. What does this look like?
God.
Oh, I just uploaded the same picture 3 times. Leo.
That's what happened to me. So you guys want to give like a welcome? Do you guys want to call it real time? What am I saying?
Sure.
Sure.
Name to be determined. Real time.
Real time TBD upon lawsuit. Or like a dog that you just got and you're kind of in between the names. You just don't know yet.
3 coolest guys.
Wait, do we have the picture of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with our faces on it yet?
No, I haven't.
What the fuck, Kyle? Where were you?
I'm sorry.
You dropped the. You said you were gonna do it. It's a
We
goddamn-
uploaded the video tomorrow.
It's being live streamed. It's already uploading.
Hey man,
It just goes
No,
up on
no.
YouTube after you're done.
I don't have it right now. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. We're so ill prepared for this, but it's
I know.
fine. All right,
We'll
so
survive.
whatever. We'll just fucking
We'll
start.
have a really high progressive curve, you know.
We'll just start. Yo, welcome to
Sure.
fucking real time. We just watched a movie. My name is Nate.
That's how you
Alex-
doing it.
I'm
Alex
Kyle.
is the. All right, that's Kyle. Kyle, say something again so people know your voice.
What?
This is the worst
Just-
introduction.
What the
I've never
fuck
heard
do
in
you
my
mean?
entire
It's
life,
the worst
bro.
introduction. None
Are
of
you
you wanted to give.
serious?
None of you wanted to give an introduction.
You're gonna introduce both me and Kyle, bro.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be easier for us to introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
Fine. I
Why
already
can't I
introduced
intro-
myself.
why
Go ahead.
can't-
Introduce yourself.
Why can't I give my own introduction?
You know what? I'll just let you guys.
All right, now we gotta
Go ahead.
run this back, bro. Run the whole thing back. Run it back.
All right. I'll start again. Welcome.
Rewind.
Welcome.
Take 2.
Nigga.
Go ahead.
Can I curse? Can I say the N word? I don't care actually.
No, don't
Just
say
don't-
it.
Don't
Avoid
say
the
it.
No.
Don't say
Stay
it.
away from that word. I'm promising you that you'll end up on Twitch fails, bro.
Okay, Twitch fails.
I've been there.
That
You would know,
and
right? All right. So
Other-
this is episode 1 of Real Time, which is not what we're gonna call it. We don't even know yet. It might be changed. Who knows? My name is Nate, and
I'm Kyle.
there's 2 other people in here that want to introduce themselves, so I'll let them do that.
Hi, I'm Kyle. And this is.
Cringe.
What's up, guys? I'm Alex. I like long walks at the beach, pretty kittens, and also
Oh god.
watching movies with my
Quoting
friends.
the movie already.
Yeah. Yeah, computers. So, but yeah, this is real time or different time or something related to movie reviews.
It's a movie review
For now.
with an undetermined
Yeah.
name so far.
Uh huh.
So. But we
All
just,
right. So,
just watched Nocturnal Animals.
The movie we watched was Nocturnal Animals,
nocturnal animals.
directed by Tom Ford.
Yep.
It was based on the novel Tony and Susan,
Is it really?
and holy shit, it was surprising.
It's a good.
Went
movie.
into I went into it knowing absolutely nothing.
Didn't even watch
And-
the trailer, right?
I didn't watch the trailer, didn't read any descriptions, merely watched the movie. All I knew going in was that Jake Gyllenhaal was in it,
You're a simple man.
and I'm a simple man. I was impressed.
You see Jake
quite
Gyllenhaal,
good.
you like Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's not gonna read the book though.
Honestly, that movie, like from the very beginning, I'm like nervous. Right at the start, when he's driving on the highway already, I was already nervous. For almost the whole movie.
It was definitely a good suspenseful movie. I'd say so. I mean, it starred Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal, so that's 2 reasons right there for basically anybody to watch the movie. But I thought the movie overall was just, it was executed really well until the end.
The ending was
I feel like there's
quite a
too many
downer.
ways to end it though.
Yeah,
I feel like
without a
they
doubt.
just had to pick from one ending.
It felt like another 15 minutes would have been a lot better, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
It is a runtime of an hour and 56 minutes,
I don't know
so
though. I would like it for it to just be wrapped up perfectly at the end like that, and he comes in and explains like the movie or the book was about these characters and it represented this. But I feel like it's better that it's up for interpretation like that.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
I
like
suppose.
I like the idea that I can say that I think that Isla Fish's character is what Amy Adams' character represents in their relationship and stuff like that.
All right, we just
Also, I wish she had a bigger role. She's kind of just there. You could have
Hey,
had
man.
you could have had anyone play Isla Fish's character, and it would have been
True,
fine.
but you know, she's hot right now,
yes,
Is she though?
as they say.
What else is she? The
She-
last
she-
movie that I saw her in was Wedding Crashers.
She was in the what was it? The Brother Grimsby.
My Brother's
Gotcha.
Grimsby. What is that?
she was in Now You See Me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The Brother Grimsby was like the new
Now,
Saint
Now You See Me
Cohen.
1 and
Keeping Up
2
with
is
the
really good.
Joneses. Keeping Up with the Joneses, she was also in.
All right, well, I just didn't know. I
Anyways,
forgot.
we're being sidetracked here. Back to Nocturnal Animals. Well,
Yeah.
I believe we all agreed. What on a scale of what are we going? 1 to 5 or 1 to 10? What's the rating here?
think
I
you
think
should
one
go
to gives more room
One-
for, you know.
1 to 10, 1 being the
I'd
highest,
give it a
and
solid-
10 being the lowest.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Alright.
No, you go 10 being the highest. What
You're
is this?
You're being
This isn't Russia, okay?
Alright.
Wow.
10 being the highest? Alright, so
10 being the highest. I'd
Uh,
give it a solid 8.
I definitely have to give it somewhere between an 8 and 8.5. I'll go 8.5
Wow.
just because the
You guys are throwing some
The-
high
yeah.
numbers out there already.
yes.
I was impressed. That was an 8.
It was
You were
really
Alex,
good.
you were
I thought
that
it was-
Alex had to 100.5.
I told you I liked the ending. I liked the ending.
Yeah, because
The
that's how
ending was
you
good.
would have ended that. That's how you would have acted in that
Yes.
scenario.
I liked most
Yes,
of the.
exactly.
I liked almost all the movie. Those kind of movies, so I took off a point, and then some minor things here and there
Like
that
the
I just.
cringe fest.
Yes.
I don't
Warning to anyone who's gonna watch this movie. The intro's weird as.
Like to the people, honestly, that was definitely a very bold on their part with that intro. But anyway, Nate, what would you rate it?
The intro
Uh,
almost turned me off the movie immediately, but
I'm gonna have to be.
we
the
came
complete-
back.
I'm gonna have to be the complete opposite of that. I'm gonna say the intro was a 10 out of 10. Would watch again. And I'm gonna say the
Can I
movie.
take Cringe Fest maybe?
The movie was like a 7, maybe a 7.5. Just because I'm gonna be. I'm gonna
High
be.
numbers. I gave an 8. You got a 7.5.
Why did you pick the higher number?
Do you just lowballing this just because?
I'm not
essentially
lowballing it,
that's
but
your argument?
I just don't want to give a really high rating from a movie right off the bat because I'm gonna be real conservative about giving a 9. So I don't know if I want
Alright.
to give it an 8 or an
Honestly,
8.5.
But I'm just saying I've seen a lot of fucking movies and I felt like an 8. No.
I feel like a 9 or
It's
like a high 8
You're
is
acting
like.
you've seen a lot of movies.
No, I'm saying like I feel like a 9 or like close to a 10 is like Shawshank Redemption status or like Godfather, and I don't think this was near that. That's what I'm trying to get at. It was good. It was really good. I just don't think it was that high. Like I'm gonna say a 10 is a perfect like movie, but
I'm staying my 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
stick with my
totally
8.5.
stick
I don't think there's been a movie where I've been like
I had no clue where we're going for
Nope.
most of it.
interested and on the edge of my seat. It was just a really just
that's
The
true.
whole dual movie
engaging movie.
kind of
I
thing.
had
yeah.
that feeling too.
It's not where
I enjoy that.
no
it-
downtime in the
it
movie.
actually-
I think that's part about it.
It actually was upsetting to me how much of a bitch Jake Gyllenhaal's character is too, though, which is actually a good thing because it made me feel a whole bunch of different
Well,
emotions.
that was before he redeemed himself to me, but you know,
Did
I had to
he,
take off some points for him. And real big bitch.
did he redeem himself though?
Dude, I do love those characters making the feel power situation that right. Like I can look at the situation and be like, oh, then that's how the movie goes, right? How it plays out. So it has a weird bring out emotions of just like of just powerless in that scenario, and you get so angry because you can't do anything about it. You're just like, why'd that have to happen? Um,
If I was there, it wouldn't have happened.
yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it made the movie what it is, essentially, right? And we all know how it ends. So I mean, he does.
But
All right, so are we about to go full spoiler right now?
I think we should just go
Really
full
dig
think-
into
spoiler.
this thing.
This movie came out.
It's about time to go.
This movie came out December 9th. Like it's March.
So, if you haven't watched the movie and you're interested in watching,
Gotta get real close to the
turn
mic
off
on
the
that
video.
Thanks for watching, but
Turn
I
off
wanna
the
stop
video.
now.
Watch the movie and then come back to join us on this full review.
one. Listen, we said it
I
was
agree.
good. You heard an 8.5, an 8, and a 7.5. Obviously, you should watch the movie. If you don't
That-
want
a lot of
spoiled,
movies
And I hate movies.
it's true. We don't.
I hate a lot of.
If
All
we,
right, all right. We've given enough leeway here. They've gotten to their phone,
but we
pause video,
need to put it out there that we
or whatever they're doing.
we watch a lot of movies, and we don't usually rate movies like really this good. It just
A lot of
it's just a
movies.
coincidence that we picked this movie and it was really good.
And it was mainly because we all haven't seen it. That's how many movies we haven't seen.
We were originally going to watch Hacksaw Ridge, but Kyle's already seen it, and we wanted to do a movie that none of us have seen.
Sorry.
So I'm really happy with
We
with
ended up
watching
with this, and this was good.
Which is funny because
So, break-
the top comment for the movies were like all that they hated it and that was the worst movie ever, and I was really skeptical going into it, but it was actually
This one?
really good. Yeah.
And I honestly say it is because of the ending. But getting into the actual movie, all right. So how does this movie start, guys? Let's just throw that on the table right now.
It starts
First
out.
off,
Who wants to go?
we got a dual movie.
Yeah,
we
really.
got a-
It's really
a
watching.
movie
You're
instead
really
of a
watching two
movie.
movies.
We got the main real life character, played by Amy Adams, Susan.
Which honestly is a boring plot line. We'll throw
Yes,
that out
this-
there, right?
This
It's
just
more
kind of
of a
adds an
thing.
extra level.
Yeah, it's a supporting plot line to the actual plot line, which
Yeah.
is the book,
book.
she receives.
But I feel like
Yes.
that. I feel like
Written
that adds
by
so much
her
more.
ex from
that
the
adds-
past.
That adds so much more depth to the story with Jake Gyllenhaal. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. It adds a complete new level.
Yeah.
Because the whole book is based on their relationship. So you're essentially watching
He
a
never
writer's
never says that,
interpretation
though.
of their. It
Well, he
definitely
dedicated to her, and I think we all were under the impression that it was the interpretation of their relationship.
Yes, it seemed very much like
Yeah.
that.
Why would we take the time to write a book, dedicate it to her, and then send it to her so she can read it first?
And the way the movie was cut up, where it would go to the book, to the real life, to the book, to the real life, to the book, and it'd show you what happened in the past in the real life, and then what she was feeling in real life, and what happened in the book. It was all very chronological, giving a very good flow through the movie. But essentially, you are reading a book written by Jake Gyllenhaal to his ex-wife, and what we believe is what he dramatizes their relationship to be.
Because Jake Gyllenhaal plays two different characters. He plays Tony Hastings, which is the character in the book that he writes, and Edward Sheffield, which is Amy Adams' character, Susan Morrow's ex-husband, who she hasn't seen in 19 years.
Love interest from Lich.
And at some point in the movie, she explains that he gave her the nickname, or he called her Nocturnal Animal at some point. We don't understand why. I don't know if it goes into depth as to why he calls her that or anything like that, but he calls her a nocturnal animal. And then
I
he
believe
names the book
it's
after her.
because she describes herself as sadistic, with no love, and people describe nocturnal things like owls and
She also
That's
doesn't
very-
sleep for a good portion of the movie, where everybody's always questioning whether she slept or not. So that's a part in her
meds.
not sleeping.
Her
Right?
husband questions her meds. So I think
But could that be just
Got
from her
somebody with
reading,
some sleep.
reading the book? That she's not sleeping?
No.
Or is...
I
I
thought.
don't know, because he asks
Yeah.
her if she took her pill to go to sleep. So that means she's been having this
That's true.
sleeping issue.
Yeah.
For a while. But the movie starts out. Amy Adams is in a art gallery of her own creation with some wonderful women as the art. If
Wonderful.
you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Those beautiful,
BBWs.
those
Some
beautiful.
BBWs. Emphasis on the first
Yeah,
B.
some large, some large, some women that I would expect to see on a TLC show that my mother watches. But
Oh god.
about weight loss, perhaps.
All right, they're beautiful in their own right. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
somebody's gonna watch that
I'm
movie
working
and love that part.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna watch our
Yeah.
movie review and be like, "Oh, what are they talking about?" And then they're like, "I don't see the problem here. This is fantastic."
She lives outside of LA
We're
in the
Sweet
hills.
Hills. It looked like she lived in the hills.
in a ball ass house with a super shiny steel gate.
There's never
Six
any.
panels.
There is never any lights on in the house at all. Very artsy. And
Yeah, Arnold looked. The whole time we questioned the comfort of the furniture and
It's
the
just not-
functionality. There were not many lights in that dark room.
there's not. It's not
That's
a
all I'm
realistic.
saying.
It's
Think
not a
about it.
realistic house to live in. Let's be honest here.
But
Ruin
She-
my immersion.
Or is it?
she lives with a douchebag husband who she remarried.
Who she cheated on her writer.
But let's be honest.
Ex-husband.
She
With-
is with that guy
right?
because Jake Gyllenhaal's character at the time was not successful, so she got with this guy who had like this cushiony, like good job, who probably makes a lot of money, and then it just kind of like all flipped on her because then she reads this
believe-
awesome book, and then she's reassured that he was a good writer and that her husband's actually a shithead.
And
I
she
believe
just leave.
met in college.
What do you say?
I believe they met in college.
Yeah, they met in college in New York.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
And then she moved back to Texas with him
but they kind of just meet on the street
against her
again,
mother's wishes.
which it doesn't really go into
And,
much detail of the side characters like that, like the husband and the mother and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Like it doesn't really go into
No, the
what
mom's
happens
in
at-
one scene. She's very, very. What's the word? Straightforward.
Yeah.
I think she knows.
tells-
she knows
tells-
from
tells
experience, and she tells it
some-
like it is what it seems like.
Yeah, she tells. I thought that initially.
But
I thought, wow, she's kind of a bitch.
she plants
but
a
she's
bad
speaking
she plants a
speaking
bad
that
seed in her mind,
sense. Yep.
which is basically kind of like the cause of their relationship problems. Is what the mother says to her causes her to have doubts about her husband.
Yep. That whole. You may not like these. What was the word that she used?
She said the things that you like about him now are the things that you're gonna hate about him later on.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about like all the furniture, all the nice things. When they were at the dinner, she was like,
Oh yeah, she said eventually you want these, he won't be able to give them to you.
these
Yeah.
eloquent things, and he won't be able to give them to you. And then when it flashes forward and it shows them in, what looks like a small, did she say small apartment or something with mediocre furniture, perhaps.
You really only see that one room, but it looks like it's pretty I don't know,
Small?
pretty decent. I mean, there's a nice fireplace in it. It's a pretty big open room, so I don't know.
Yeah. But
Seems
she
like a
does
pretty
say
average place.
specifically, she says this is it,
Yeah, because she
referencing
says
as to all the things.
because she says
Right.
you just want to work in a bookstore and write a novel. So I'd imagine he's not a very successful writer at the time,
When,
and she's his biggest
when
critic.
she
So
goes to dinner with them, when they meet in New York, again, later in life, before they marry. But they knew each other before. But when they're on that date in New York, and he says her and her mother remind them of each other. That foreshadowing. We should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
but like this book though, like now that we talked about it like that, and we know the ending, that ending was like the biggest fuck you ever. Like, because if you go back to that scene where she's talking to him in the apartment, and she's like, "You should just not do this anymore. You should do something else." And then at the end, he's
Yep.
like, "Boom! Look at this fucking sick book that I wrote that made you feel some type of way." And then she wants to get
Yeah.
back with him. Then he's like, just swerved her. Like,
Nope.
dude, I actually like the ending more that we've talked about it like that, because like
Yeah,
putting that
yeah.
scene together with the ending is like so perfect.
You thought I was nothing. Look at you now,
Yeah, pretty
waiting
much.
for me all night in this diner or in this restaurant, hoping that I come.
The
Yeah.
ending's realistic.
You spent all this time questioning what you should wear, what kind of lipstick.
No. And I compared it to Sopranos. Sopranos, everybody hated the ending at first. After a while, everything boiled down. People actually like looked back at the show. They said, "Oh, it's a decent ending." I mean, I don't like when movies end in the most predictable way. They always have to have happy endings or whatever it is, right? Everything has to get solved before the end of the movie.
You don't like the cliche.
I like when there's open-ended questions there, open for interpretation. That's what causes discussion. Like, the only reason why I'm talking about it right now is because they made it that way.
Hmm.
If it just ended how most people would have liked it to end, with him going there, talking to her, telling her all about it,
Yeah.
no one would be talking about that. That wouldn't be something that you would have discussion about, right?
Yeah,
Because that's just it's a very linear ending. But this is just like, it just falls off. It's a
Yep.
cliffhanger, you know?
Yeah. But it really
I
just
thought
it really
sums up-
makes his character so much better. Like, it's just the biggest fuck you. I loved it. I actually didn't like it
I
at
think that
first.
is
Like the first
sums
second
up.
that I saw it, I was kind of like upset because I wanted the answers to my questions, but I just think it's better that way, honestly.
You know,
Because now she has this husband who's cheating on her, and she had all these doubts about this guy who's not a good writer, and then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, because
Yes.
it's been 19
I
years.
can't believe they forgot to mention that the husband that she cheated on and now married is cheating on her.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole once a cheater, always a cheater thing.
She did him in the dirtiest way possible, and then he did her even dirtier by becoming this great writer, essentially, and then showing her like, hey, I did do it.
Spit in her face.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Prove you wrong.
It was really good. But the start of the movie like literally had me so nervous like the whole time. Like I just had anxiety watching that whole like the whole car scene and all that
Alright.
stuff. It's like
All
frustrating.
right. Well, I think we summed up Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal in the real world. Is that safe to say?
Yeah,
I believe that's.
Yeah.
Getting into the book now.
Now, the book. Holy fuck.
The book is essentially the movie, but it's the best thing about the movie. Cuz when you're
Yes.
not in the book part of the movie, it's just kind of like outside information
Real
that
life.
you kind of need like as a filler. But the book is the movie. The book is the best part.
All right. So starting off, we're introduced to Jake Gyllenhaal's character, his wife, and their daughter.
All right, ready? You ready for this? I'm about to give the quickest synopsis to the planet.
Do it.
So, in the book, Jake Gyllenhaal's character, his name's Tony. He has a wife named Laura, although in real life he's not married. Or it's said that he isn't married, but in this book he is remarried.
We
And
actually
then
don't
he has
know
a daughter,
anything about
India.
we actually don't know anything about Jake Gyllenhaal's actual life outside of the book. We just know that his ex-wife is Amy Adams. That was it, and that he's a writer.
And met her once.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're planning a trip to go to Texas to... I'm not sure the reasoning as to why they went down there.
They never.
It doesn't explain. They're
They
just
never
go-
met,
they're
right?
just
They
going
just went
they're
to
just
Texas.
going somewhere.
They
And
pack up their ladies.
So they're on a freeway in Texas, and they see two cars in front of them on the freeway. And the cars, there's only two lanes in the freeway, and both cars are exactly parallel to each other, covering both lanes. So Jake Gyllenhaal and his family inside their car can't get around these two cars that are in front of them. He ends up beeping at one of them and then moving away. And then the whole sort of back and forth chase starts happening, where the car that moved out of the way pulls up next to him, and starts harassing him essentially. Now, what triggers these people, who originally it seemed like they were just kind of harassing people and didn't really want to get into any physical altercations, what ends up triggering them is Jake Gyllenhaal, his daughter, India, ends up flipping them off.
Stupid.
She flips them off when they're behind, basically tailgating Jake Gyllenhaal's car.
I'm guessing she's like 16, 17 maybe.
I'd probably say so. She's in her teens, yeah.
Pretty foolish. Mind
Yep.
you guys, this is in the 1990s, I'd say, based on the look of the Mercedes, which they're driving.
the
I
book
believe it was
is
a
in the
Mercedes.
1990s. You think?
Well, the cars that they were driving, no?
I don't think it'd be that early.
You don't
No,
think
the
so?
cop's car was driving a,
Oh yeah, the cop was
Charger.
driving a brand new
I
I
believe
think
it was
it's
a chart.
I think it's present time. No.
charging.
Yeah,
So
pretty
they're just
close.
driving two older cars.
They're just
Alright.
in really like
They're in an older Mercedes sedan.
yeah.
Yeah.
The police car that he's driving
And
is like a new police car.
It's like a
Yeah.
Charger. Yeah.
all right, so they're in an older, probably a '90s Mercedes sedan, and the car is, what would you guys say, like a '70s Charger or something?
Yeah.
So some sort of '70s, early '70s muscle car. It's hard to tell. It's beat and rusted and mold-colored and whatnot. But anyways,
But essentially, they get driven off of the freeway. The car pulls up on the
Forced
side of
off.
them, and they get forced off. Yep, the car basically smashes into the side of Jake Gyllenhaal's car, forced them off
well,
the freeway.
initially, there's the brake check.
Yeah, that, I mean,
The
the main idea is they get hit off the freeway, right? Obviously,
Yeah,
that's
forced
part of
off
it.
the
Yeah,
But
freeway.
it's their intention to get them to pull over.
yeah,
Blower.
they end up pulling over, and there's this long, I'd say, very engaging scene where you don't know what's going to happen.
No service.
There's no service, no nothing. There's no way of getting anyone's attention because it's the middle of the night, the middle of nowhere, essentially.
I think that this scene really sets the pace for the whole movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
My biggest issue with the whole movie happens in this scene. Jake Gyllenhaal.
He can't
It,
even change a
sensitive.
fucking tire. What is
Yeah,
wrong with him?
he doesn't
Can't even change the tire.
doesn't know how to change a tire in the movie, so.
So that's the problem.
Yeah. So I mean, from
Any
From
guys
that
listening
point-
out there that know how to change a tire, fucking Google that shit.
Just look it up.
Learn.
how to change a tire
If you can't change a tire, then you should just close this video and just
it's
go
all
watch
about the-
how to change a tire.
Loosening and tightening the bolts in a star pattern.
But so there's a really engaging scene where you don't see people's intent. Now there's three guys,
There's three of them.
and then it's just Jake Gyllenhaal, wife, and his daughter.
So we got Jake Gyllenhaal's character Tony, his wife Laura, and their daughter India, and then you got three guys in the truck not the truck, the muscle car. Turk, Luke, Ray,
Yeah, Kirk, Lou, and Ray, or how they're referred to.
as they identify themselves as. That is.
So there's this interaction where you're kind of assuming intentions of what these people are doing. They're like touching the women. They're messing with with Tony. It almost seems like they're on drugs.
Drugs.
Like, it looks like they're cocaine.
assume drugs, but who knows?
Yeah. Literally looks like cocaine, like both coked out and drunk at the same time.
So as they're pulled over, the guys show to them, hey, you got a flat tire, and you can't be running from the scene of an accident now.
He's almost baiting him with everything that he says. Like, everything is a bait for Jake Gyllenhaal's
So
character.
they get Jake Gyllenhaal out of the car, he gets the
Yeah.
spare out of the trunk, and they offer to change the tire for him. Such nice guys. So, what is it? Turk and Lou changing the tire.
Yeah. Ray
But-
doesn't actually do anything until...
Ray is just a harassing
Ray is like-
bastard who is the leader of the,
He's like the maniacal guy. Like,
Yeah.
he's the one that's the brain that's fucking with Jake Gyllenhaal, and everyone else is kind of just
Yeah.
there to enforce
So
Ray.
so the women get out of the car, they change the tire, and next thing you know, they're they get into a little scrap a couple times. The daughter says a couple more things, not helping the situation as a
As a teenager
teenager would.
Yep.
If she shut her mouth, maybe things would end different. But anyways, they essentially force the two girls into the car, and then the two guys, Ray and Turk, get into the car with the two women, his car, and drive off. Lou and
They essentially lead him away from
Tony.
the car, from his own
Yeah.
car.
And they get in the car with his wife and his kid, and then take off.
Yeah.
I just gotta say, at this point, it would have been a while ago. I would have tried to get that tire iron from one of them boys, and
Yeah, but
Risk
that's the
it
part
for the
that's
biscuit,
frustrating
man.
about it. Is there's so many
Yeah, 'cause
times where
he
he
is
could,
just
but
so so unconfrontational and such a bitch. It's just, man, sometimes you gotta risk it because it doesn't turn out good for them in the long run anyways.
And
But
it didn't
anyways,
turn out good.
And
they get kidnapped
that
eventually.
moment too, when he drives away with his family, and then it switches to Amy Adams' character dropping the book. That was like that made my heart drop. It was so sad.
Yes.
That was
The
terrible.
way that this movie is paced, it cuts in and out, switching between story and story. And you have Amy Adams fucking responding to this shit in real life, feeling it, really, really feeling
You
the
see
story.
the
She's
emotion that this book
engaged.
is putting on her. It's putting
I think
big
it's
toll on
at
her.
this point, soon she starts realizing that it may be something about that her and their relationship. You find she has a daughter in real life as well.
Yeah. At this point, I don't remember if it was at this point or later on where she just started reading the book and this all happens and she reads this part of the book and then she finds out her husband is with another woman.
No, that's much later.
Is
It's
it much later? Oh, okay.
Yes, much later. But man, when they drive down, so they end up Lou and Tony. Tony's forced to drive down the dirt road. Drives past this car, mentions it's his car. Lou's, that's my car. Keep driving, man. And right next to the car is a little shack. That's where they are. His family.
It's like an abandoned
Well,
like
Lou
little tiny like
forces him down the road. They go off the road. Lou tells him that Ray has never killed anybody yet. So, they'll see.
but they're
Forces Tony out of the car and leaves him there in the middle of nowhere. Tony's been a little beat up at this point. So he starts heading back to where he came from.
almost everything that
That's
Tony,
when-
Lou, and Ray say, or Turk, Lou, and Ray say is pretty much a lie.
Yeah. At this point, you pretty much know that his family's probably raped, most likely dead, since they mentioned that. That's what I thought. As soon as
he
the guy
gives
mentions
he gives off the
that,
the vibe that he's gonna rape her. Like he feels himself up, like he does all that stuff.
of course,
you
of
know
course,
that that's what's gonna go down.
you knew the rest coming. But when he mentions that he's never killed anybody yet,
Yeah.
that was the trigger. Yep, this is the one. This is the time. But anyways, as they come back, Tony hides.
Which
It's at this point,
when they were calling out for him, I actually felt so bad for
it's
him.
Lou and Ray looking for him. Man, he's just up against those rocks.
At this point, this guy's wife and daughter have been kidnapped from him, and the kidnappers come back without the wife and kid, and they're calling out for him like, "Your wife needs you." Like that's horrible for this poor guy.
For him
It's
to
obviously a bait, but you gotta understand how this guy must feel in that
for him
situation.
to not just want to risk it at this point. Like, fuck
Yeah.
it.
And he's even asked later on in the movie by the detective, "Why didn't you come out?" And he didn't know.
Alright, anyways, so all that wraps up. He gets out. Gets fucking Mike's back. Gets to the police station. The usual shit happens. Gets filed a case. Then you meet probably my favorite character in the movie, would you guys say?
Yeah, he'd probably be my favorite.
The sheriff. Bobby Andy's played by Michael Shannon. And I just gotta say, I love this man.
He's actually in a lot of other
Holy
movies
cow.
too. He's actually a really good actor.
Initially, I hated this character. I thought he was the biggest asshole, and that he didn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about Tony's family. That's the original vibe that I got.
When you're first introduced to him, it doesn't seem like he's gonna do his job very well, and he's just kind of like an asshole and like a small police station.
just another one.
Yeah.
Oh well,
But he actually does a really good job.
you do. But oh man, as you see his character evolve and get more invested in the case, and we find out at the end that he's got cancer. Holy cow! He never mentions that he has cancer before that point, right?
No, not until the point he starts coughing, and then when they're in the diners when he says that he has cancer.
Kind of can tell, yeah.
Almost in the last like 30 minutes is when he reveals that he's dying and he has only a year to
Man.
live.
When he's dying, that's when I knew We were riding, man.
But he was really invested
That was
in
my
this
only,
case at
that
this
was
point.
my only other issue. I wanted to know in the book what happened to him.
He died.
Like,
Do we know
so
that?
He looked pretty bad towards the end of the movie.
He does say that he only has a year to live.
he said he had a year though.
Yeah, he said he has a year to live, but we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's dead or not.
But anyway, it's so they get prints and all this stuff, but they don't find anybody. Nobody that he knows. The name that they come up with, Steve Adams, which is Turk. So they end up, it's a year later, they say 3 guys held up, what was it, a grocery store or something?
Some sort of, it was like a market or something, I don't know.
And Steve Adams, aka Turk, was dead.
One of the 3 kidnappers dies in
And
a
they
unrelated
caught
crime.
Lou. He was in custody. Man, that, and then you get to see Tony and Lou in the same room with
This is the
Michael
first time.
Shannon's
This is the
character,
first time
Bobby Mays.
that Jake Gyllenhaal's character is seen in a single scene with the other characters outside of the car scene where his family is kidnapped. This is the first time that his family's murderers he's confronted with them.
And, oh man, when he's in that room and
It's been
Lou
a
can't
year
look at
after
him.
the incident as well.
it's just holy cow, that was yep, book definitely him. Not a second thought in his mind.
He was the first guy that walked
Or-
in too.
Yeah, first guy. That's him. Before they're even done walking, he says that's him. But holy cow, when they when you know that at least one of them's getting fucked and it's that sly fucker from the car, it's
Yeah.
like good.
When they're
Good
catching the
enough, at
guys,
least.
they save the most important one, which is Ray, because he's the biggest slime ball of them all. They save him for last, but
So Ray, the
It's
leader,
like-
the biggest slime ball, the one that you know that was leading the rapes, one that murdered him. So we didn't mention how the families died. Holy, I just gotta say, a hammer to the head twice,
it's pretty brutal. Hammer or a
It's like
bat.
once,
She had
once or twice.
hammer
Yeah.
or a bat, something
she
blunt.
died of a
Yeah.
she
Maybe
had a
a
fractured
firearm.
skull.
So Laura, the mother, died of a fractured skull. She took a
And
hammer
then the daughter
or
died of a broken arm and suffocation.
a baseball bat, and the daughter died of suffocation, and they were raped as well.
Yeah.
Man, when they
he tells
find
him that,
both-
oh man,
Couch. When he finds them, when they find them both on that couch naked, and the sheriff's looking at their eyes, and you just see this, it's like, oh man.
yeah, this movie does a really good job of making you feel these like raw emotions for this character.
And then Jake Gyllenhaal does a really good job of that too.
Yeah, he-
Pans right over to Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's just.
He's almost like that stone cold
he's-
because like he
he's-
has so much
it's
emotion
like-
that he has
it's
to feel.
He has to know that they're dead. Like he sees them both naked, not moving. The sheriff
Yeah,
over there
but
moving.
he even
and he
asks if
still
they're all
asks,
right.
Are they okay? Is she okay? It's like he can't even
He can't even
process that.
process it.
I can't even imagine that what going through somebody's mind moment.
And when he's asked about the killers, he just says it's all a blank. Like he
Really?
can't even think about the situation until a year later when he's pressed again about it.
But holy cow, rethinking, I'd be rethinking everything I did, that how I didn't. And you got to assume that at this point he was himself, so they end up finding Ray. How do they find Ray? They Ray shitting on a toilet.
They just kind of walk up to his house. I think they explain it, but I'm not really sure how they find him exactly. But they walk up.
Yeah,
like,
they just kind of pin drop it and
through
like
the desert and
that's it.
just
They find him.
and he's taking a shit outside on a
Yeah,
toilet
Get
on
him,
the phone.
man.
Really
That's
nonchalant.
kind of weird.
But he's literally the character that they made just for you to hate so badly.
That
They
was
do a
the
really good
scene-
job
that
of
was
it.
the scene that kind of solidified to me that they were on some fucking drug that night or something.
Can we talk about that jump scare scene? Because I have a picture, like a freeze frame picture of it. That actually got me pretty good.
Where he drops the phone and left.
Yeah, when she's looking at the baby monitor.
Oh, yeah.
And Ray Moss pops up. Yeah,
I didn't know if it was
that
him.
That
until
was a little. Whoa, wasn't expecting. Knew it was him immediately.
yeah, I wasn't. Did you really? I didn't. It was so fast. I wasn't expecting it
I
either.
recognized them by the hair.
I didn't expect the jump scare, but it really fucking got me. I usually don't get scared from jump scares, but I really didn't see that coming at all.
Oh, I was wondering why the fuck that.
I thought that was a really cool twist.
gotta say I appreciated that shot at Apple.
Oh yeah,
New phone
new
coming
phone
out
comes
next.
out.
Gotta appreciate that.
That was good.
That was funny. Anyways, when they kind of do some sketchy questioning of him, that's when I started really falling for the sheriff.
It is, yeah.
He had me, and it's like, oh yeah, he's trying to catch the bad guys. You know, gotta go dirty sometimes.
He's pretty much like an outlaw policeman.
Yeah,
Like
he's
he's just out to get shit done. No one really questions him throughout the whole movie. He's just kind of by himself and does whatever he wants. So.
And then, man, they eventually let Ray go because none of his prints or anything like that. But man, that's when you find out that Bobby's got cancer.
But he's like the character that you love in a movie. Like he's the one that gets stuff done.
Oh, and at that point, man,
they really make you feel.
I love that
way,
character. It's like, holy cow, this guy was an asshole.
Yeah.
Now I've seen everything. It's been a couple, probably like 2 years at this point since they first met. Like, oh, we're talking about some time.
He's like the guy in a movie that when you're like, oh, I would do it this way and get shit done, he just does it. Like, you don't even have to say that because his character just gets shit done. Doesn't matter if it's outside the law.
Skirts the lines a little bit.
Especially since he's on a death sentence right now since he's gonna die soon. He just does not care at all.
My one question about the plot of this movie is how does he get Ray and Lou back to his house? Like, the cops just come drop him off, like, here, yeah, no problem.
I don't think
You
anybody
can have these convicts.
I just feel like it's where we
I think-
are.
I think he has that kind of street cred, you know?
Yeah.
It seems like he's been doing it for a while,
So-
so I think people don't even question him at that point.
He's the boss too.
He
He's
is
the sheriff.
He is the lieutenant. He's the lieutenant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lieutenant. Yeah. They kind of have to
So-
listen to him.
Did you guys expect that headshot or what?
The headshot?
Yes, because I seen the trailer.
What headshot?
Was it in the trailer?
It was in the trailer, I believe. Yes.
Damn. Wow, that's kind of a big old spoiler. I didn't watch the trailer. I was kind of
Yeah.
waiting for like a whole I'm sorry about your wife and daughter.
Oh, he doesn't shoot.
They
him in the head.
died quickly.
Yeah, he does.
Lou?
He shoots him in the stomach. Yep. Oh.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shoots Lou in the
Yeah, he
stomach.
shoots. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lou.
when he's on the ground.
Black.
Okay.
Yep. He shoots the stomach and then he shoots him in the head.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
right away.
I saw that
Bang,
coming.
black screen.
I mean, yeah.
I was kind of expecting it, but I was expecting more of a like heartfelt like I'm sorry. I didn't think he'd actually kill him.
I was almost expecting that scene where they're in that.
And last breath death. But oh man, they just bang.
I was almost expecting that scene to go like extremely sour when he's holding the gun and Bobby goes into the other room. I was expecting them to like completely just like
Yeah.
turn
I
the
thought
tides
Ray
on
was
him.
just gonna try and grab the gun and
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen too.
but instead they just run and man, props to Bobby for yakking and grabbing the gun and pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
he gets shit done. That's the character that you want to see in
And
a
then
movie like that.
Big question. Why in the fuck does Ray go back to the place after just a couple days ago or
'Cause
something?
he's a damn moron.
Those
Yeah. Well,
fucking Bobby and Tony brought him there. It's like,
That
what are you
and-
doing?
they don't have any evidence against him, so he didn't think there was any issues in him going down there.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You
so-
see that they're doing shit
It
outside of
wasn't
the
his
law.
property, it was still. You know what I mean? I just felt that'd be the first place that they look specific.
So Ray didn't know that Lou died.
Yeah, he didn't.
Ray
know
never
until,
knew.
until he told him.
Yeah,
Because
until after.
he asked when
until
Jake
the thing.
Gyllenhaal gets there.
Do you think
So he made decisions based on him not knowing that his friend was dead, and they were doing it outside of the law.
Yeah.
that's true? That's true. I didn't think about that.
So he just went there just thinking that they couldn't do anything to him because
Maybe
he
I'll
already
wait-
had
I'll
gone
wait
off
for
the
Lou.
case.
All right. Yeah,
So
that makes
basically-
sense.
Ray was arrested, but there was a new DA in town, and this story's a little complex, but there's a new DA in town. He's some guy from Dallas that they mentioned, and I guess since Lieutenant Andes or Bobby Andes was on his way out, and they already have a replacement for him because they know he's dying of cancer,
They just want to get rid of him.
They just want to get rid of him. So basically, they fucked his last case essentially. And so they said that there wasn't enough evidence in order to try Ray, right? But Bobby doesn't give a fuck at this point because he's dying, and he basically asks Tony on what he wants to do about the situation.
How far he's willing to go. He stresses multiple times. How dedicated are you to getting justice? And at this point, you know they're gonna kill him.
This is like the turning point for Jake Gyllenhaal's character, because he's really just a big bitch up until this point. He really doesn't do anything, and then all of a sudden he's just completely down with killing someone. Like, he didn't even throw a punch before, and now all of a sudden he's like, yes.
I mean, you see him still question it though when he's in the house. He's clearly questioning it by the way that he's shaking, and
yeah.
If he really wanted to kill him, he would just go in there and just shoot him immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't shoot until
the final
he says, until Ray really eggs him on. You know what I mean? Only then does he actually say, like, only then does he actually shoot him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they shoot him again before he gets beamed in the head. And that ending didn't really make much sense to me. So he got beamed in that thing that he got hit by. It looked like it had a fucking spike on it, no?
It was
one of those things that you like grab.
Fire
like,
poker.
Yeah.
But it looked like it was gonna hit him in the head with the pointy part, no?
Did he not? Yes.
I
believe he did.
He hit him in the eye.
I had the spec as if he did.
Yeah, he hit him in the eye with it.
I think he was blind after the fact when he woke when he actually.
Yeah, but I figured that thing would like puncture. You'd see like a big puncture hole. There was no puncture. That looked like there was just a blunt.
I believe there was a. I'm remembering correctly in the ending scene. It looked like there was a puncture underneath his eye.
Did any of you guys notice that the guy that plays Ray Marcus is also Kick-Ass?
Is it?
Same.
Dude who plays Ray Marks.
Yeah, same actor. Kick-Ass, Quicksilver, and X-Men. Same actor.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. I actually thought IMDb was just fucked up because he doesn't look like him at all. I did not know it was him.
It's the mustache and like the chops.
Yeah, like the mutton chops, like no goatee action going on, like southern as
mustache ever.
I didn't even notice, like, after that first scene with the car, like Jake Gyllenhaal's accent kind of just went away. Like, I didn't even really notice it that much.
Yeah, I didn't.
I just thought he was talking in his normal voice, but at the start he's doing an accent.
I think we just might not have noticed it, to be honest.
Maybe we just got used to it. Yeah.
He's in Godzilla too.
Yeah, I did not know it was him.
But man, I just question how he shot himself.
He's holding the gun towards his stomach, and he's like crawling on the floor, and then he just kind of collapses and shoots himself. Like he's he's shooting the gun in the air, like he has his hand on the trigger finger, the safety's not on, and then he falls on it and shoots himself.
On his hand though, that like was.
Yeah, because he's crawling with his hand under his stomach.
Second one I questioned, like, was he just kind of like shooting into the sky, like "fuck you, God"? And then I questioned like if he actually meant to shoot himself, but kind of missed the heart. You know what I mean?
So he was blind.
I don't think he wanted to kill himself. I figured he was just blind and fucked up.
Yeah, at the end there, I think he was blind. Probably had a concussion.
My other question was, where the fuck is the sheriff?
Yeah, we don't know.
Where the fuck is Bobby?
What do you think could have happened?
He got booked, maybe?
Either he got booked because he killed Lou at his house, or he died because he was on the way out regardless, right?
Maybe, but I just felt like that was kind of weird. Like,
yeah, it was like not even a big time transition. It was like right after.
Why else the next day? Why else wouldn't he show up?
Because doesn't Tony shows up and it's pitch black at night. It's like nighttime, right? When he gets to that little hut thing.
Yeah, it was already nighttime. It was already nighttime.
Yeah, he wakes up in the morning.
Yep.
So what are we talking, like 8 hours? And you're
most
telling
likely.
me. So.
He just never shows up.
What's his name? Bobby doesn't go look for Tony there yet.
That's why I said either one or two things happened. He got booked because he found Lou dead at his house, or he died somewhere along the way.
That's why I feel like this could be for a couple.
Yeah, that's
like 10.
I agree with you, Kyle. I don't really
like
understand
wrap that. Like,
Because Ray even asks him. He says, "Where's the other guys?" And they're like, "Oh, they're on their way." And then there was also 2 other officers that go with Bobby, and they're just nowhere to be found at this point.
No, I don't think there are authors that go with Bobby.
Yeah, when they bring Lou and Ray to the first
Yeah, they
spot.
left.
Yeah, they left, but then
Yeah, they just bring
Ray
the guys
says
and
where
they leave.
the other officers and stuff like that, and no one even shows up at that point, which is weird.
Yeah,
Because Bobby's kind of with him. He's with him throughout the whole movie, then he's just kind of ghost after that. It was weird.
But yeah. Overall, I thought it was a good movie. 8.
Yeah, it was really good.
Maybe that made me, now that we discussed it and I've picked it apart, maybe a 7.5. But
it really makes
it
it accomplishes what it sets to accomplish. It makes you feel a certain way for Tony, and you feel that throughout the whole movie, what his character feels, basically. It was really good. It's open for interpretation. We had like discussions throughout the whole movie, like it could be this, it could be that. Some stuff was kind of interesting though, like the bird flying into the door and dying. I don't really understand. But maybe that's just things that you're not supposed to know. Who knows?
Solid movie overall.
I'd give it
definitely worth the watch.
I'll stick by my 7.5.
If you haven't watched it and you are listening to all this, go watch it regardless.
It was really good. It's a movie that you have to watch, at least a one-time watch. I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna buy it on DVD, to be honest.
Anyways,
Buy it on DVD and Blu-ray.
Buy it on DVD.
you guys got anything else you want to say?
Yeah, use our coupon code. Nocturnal Animals is awesome. We don't have shit actually.
Yeah.
We don't have
Coupon code.
Or
The video. Cut it.
Subscribe.
I already mentioned the coupon code. You just gotta cut it after that, so no one knows, right?
Just cut it.
Got it. Just cut it.
Let us know what you think of the movie.
Yeah,
What your questions were.
like and comment. Leave your shit. We like your opinions. We'd like to hear them too.
Yeah,
We'll talk to you
buddy.
next time.
Yeah.
So this has been real time and or whatever it is that we're gonna change it to.
Yeah. Undetermined.
We'll see how long we keep it going.
Yeah, we'll be doing. You want to give them like a little intro as to what we're gonna be doing in the future, right? Might as well let them know.
We're pretty much just gonna do
Let
whatever.
'em know every time.
Whatever we want. We
Whatever.
play games. We fucking
Real shit.
just real
We
shit.
find
all the time.
movies, we watch movies, we review movies. None of that fucking expert opinion bullshit.
No,
It was
this is-
so aesthetic in its way that it was portrayed in the video, was the amount of
No, screw that.
collaboration between the two lines. Nah, fuck that shit.
Just 3 guys
Uh,
with 3
one,
opinions.
alright.
No, it's
Yeah.
not professional. It's you want to go watch this
Oh.
movie. It was good. We all said it was good. So I mean, we all have 3 different opinions on usually different types of movies. So I think that you got a pretty good
What is
guess
worth a
on this
watch?
movie's gonna be good or not. We're gonna
It
do,
was lit.
we watch a lot of movies, so we're probably gonna do more of these. But
Yeah.
so you can kind of get a gist on what we kind of rate movies. But this movie is really good, and everybody should really give this a watch. If you like that thriller
For
type drama movie, it's
Every-
it's a must watch, honestly.
Without a doubt.
Up there with Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
was,
that's
a lot of people don't like Nightcrawler. I've seen people that just don't like it, which was interesting. I thought Nightcrawler was really good too, but
I thought it was great.
maybe we'll save that for another review.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Yeah, agreed.
Bye.
Colin,
So long.
is that the bye that you want to go out with, Kyle? Can you do that one more time?
Alright, no. Seriously.
That's the official bye right there. We have to do that for every single
And just
bye.
cut right there.
Just cut right there. Just do the bye again.
Bye.
One last time.
So I forgot to turn on OBS.
That's fine.
Whatever.
Can you just do the bye? Do the bye one last time.
Bye.